Hey, Cedric here. Welcome to the second Introverts meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous. My name's Cedric and I am an alcoholic. Now, try to remember, do this right. We start with a moment of silence, followed by the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's good for anything. It's a good mantra. Alright, this is the preamble, the AA preamble. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength, and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirements for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organization, or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. Then we're going to go ahead and read how it works. Chapter 5. Now remember, this is not just about alcohol. If you have any kind of a problem, an addiction, let's call it what it is. Let's start with that, okay? It may be food. It may be escaping within yourself, within a book, within a movie. It may be a drug. It may be gambling. It can be any number of things, okay? You're welcome here. This isn't just about alcohol. Not here. Alright? This is all inclusive. This is chapter 5 from the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. This is called How It Works. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. There are such unfortunates. They are not at fault. They seem to have been born that way. They are naturally incapable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands rigorous honesty. Their chances are less than average. There are those, too, who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorders, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. Our stories disclose in a general way what we used to be like, what happened, and what we are like now. If you have decided you want what we have and are willing to go to any length to get it, then you are ready to take certain steps. At some of these we balked. We thought we could find an easier, softer way, but we could not. With all the earnestness at our command, we beg of you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Some of us have tried to hold on to our old ideas, and the result was nil until we let go absolutely. Remember that we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, powerful. Without help it is too much for us, but there is one who has all power. That one is God, and may you find him now. Half measures availed us nothing. We stood at the turning point. We asked his protection and care with complete abandon. Here are the steps we took, which are suggested as a program of recovery. 1. We admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. 2. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3. Made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. Remember that, okay? It's a spiritual program, not a religious one. 4. Made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. It's a tough one. 5. Admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 6. We're entirely ready to have God remove all those defects of character. 7. Humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. 8. Made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. Made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10. Continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. 11. Sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. 12. Having had a spiritual awakening as the result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all of our affairs. Many of us exclaimed, "What an order! I can't go through with it." Do not be discouraged. No one among us has been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We are not saints. The point is that we are willing to grow along spiritual lines. The principles we have set down are guides to progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. Our description of the alcoholic, the chapter to the agnostic, and our personal adventures before and after make clear 3 pertinent ideas. A. That we were alcoholic and could not manage our own lives. B. That probably no human power could have relieved our alcoholism. And C. That God could and would if He were sought. Alright. I'm called this meeting, or having this meeting with you, because I wanted to talk about a few things that I don't hear often enough in the meetings. Some of this that I'm going to talk about today really boils down to the discomfort, that itch inside of your skin when you just want to satiate the addiction, when you start justifying, I realized that my mind can justify any steps that take me towards satiation of my addiction, toward that scratching the itch, and I'll get this crawly, itchy feeling, like uncomfortable in my own skin, like I'm climbing the walls, and I can't focus on the television, I can't focus on a book, I can't focus on work. And it's like this hamster wheel that keeps just trying to roll everything in one direction. Our addiction can lie, and it does. It will tell us, my addiction will tell me that it's okay. No, money's tight, but you can afford one beer. Come on, just go buy just 1 6-pack. And these aren't words, it's impulses and urges that are pushing me to fulfill, right? It's that obsession, the obsession in there, and a compulsion, okay? And it cannot be ignored. It cannot be ignored. It will not be ignored. And I just want to talk about some of the things that I've done when that comes along, because I had 2 years on April 2nd, and I'm not clear. I'm not clear of it. I'm not magically healed, alright? What I have are more defenses against the first drink, against the first drug, okay? I have defenses, and it's up to me to maintain those defenses by following the steps, okay? Those steps are there for a reason, and I'm going to admit to you now that I have been so completely lax in following these simple steps. I have been neglecting my own sobriety, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this, because I feel like you all can help me, so that's why I'm here, because I need you all. I can't maintain sobriety alone. I can't do it. I'll start getting that itch, you know, and I will feel crawly, and I'll want to find some way to flip that switch and get that little dopamine release, right? And just ease back. All the drugs, they're all the same. Internet addictions, you know, it's all the same thing. Science has proven that they all affect us the same way. From heroin to the internet to the escape in a book. It's a switch flipped, reward pathway hijacked, and a little bit of dopamine that feel good. You know? I get that. And I get like, you know, little touches. Maybe I'll spend some money. I'll buy something I don't need, you know? Or, you know what? Am I going to go out and drink? Am I going to go? Am I going to, hell, am I going to drop some white out in a plastic bag and just huff it like we did in juvie? You know, I get those urges. I kid you not. I see it in my mind. I can taste the vodka. I can taste the beer. I can taste amphetamines. I can taste marijuana. You know, I can remember like it was yesterday what it feels like to be high on all of these things. Okay? And hell, when I'm walking the dogs, I'll see these little drug bags everywhere, little miniature Ziplocs. You've seen them? And I swear, I'll taste that. I'll taste the amphetamines. No joke. You know, that's what addiction does. Alcohol opened the door for me, you know. Opened the door where then just, what do you got? Anything to be anywhere but here, anywhere but in these twisted halls of my mind where it's nothing but screams and pain, you know. I made all these excuses rather than putting all that effort into walking a path of enlightenment, a path that is going to lead somewhere good. I just went recklessly down the path of despair with abandon, with reckless, utter abandon. So now I attempt to put that effort into walking a better path. Exercise has helped me so much. Alright? They talk about prayer and meditation, and I had this explained to me by a man who was a good friend, Jimbo. He's dead. He went back out. When we say went back out, that means he was sober for a long time, clean and sober, and he went back out. Well, he didn't have another drug and drunk in him. He died. He died with a needle in his arm, shooting that ache, shooting the heroin. He was a good man, and he was sort of my spiritual advisor for a while. And then just because he went back out, you know, he had cancer and had a lot of stuff weighing on him, and you know, maybe he chose how he was going to die. I don't know. I didn't get to talk to him before it happened. But he, where was I? Good grief. Hadn't thought about him. Hadn't thought about him in a while. What were we talking about? Defense against the first drink. Hell, I just had a little melancholy there. Well, he used to say all kinds of stuff. He was really smart. Really smart. He'd be talking about prayer and meditation. That's where we were. He'd tell me prayer is when you're talking to your higher power, and meditation is when you're trying to listen to the answer, feel the answer, you know. And when I asked him why the itching wasn't going away, he said, "'Cause, brother, you're going to be walking. You're going to be walking your whole life with God on one side and the devil on the other. And they both want you bad. The devil wants you because you've done his work and you've done it well." He said, "You know where you've been." He said, you did good work for the devil, so he wants you back. But God wants you because you were his first. Now it's up to you, you know, which way you're going to go. That itching, it's not going to go away. He said it may never go away. Just get less. He said, but you got to push away from it. Don't give into it. So I found exercise, and that has helped me meditate. It's helped me quiet down the screams in my mind, you know, the horrors. It helps me to dampen all that pain, anguish. It helps me to push that away and push it down so that I can try to listen to the answers that are coming from somewhere, you know. The answers are there. Exercise, fitness has helped me. My workout, it's bilateral movement, and this is something that's used to help with post-traumatic stress disorder. Bilateral movements. And I didn't know about these when I created the workout. I just did what I do, and I put it together so that I could share it. You know, that has helped me. Another thing is not keeping secrets. Secrets are poisonous. They're venom, and they seep in. And secrets can make you tell. Secrets can make me tell lies. I keep a secret, and it creates this pressure, and then, you know, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta release some pressure, and pretty soon I'm lying to cover up what I'm doing to release pressure, you know. So avoid lies, avoid deceit, avoid secrets. Find someone you can trust and let them out. Even if you don't believe in God. If you're having trouble with that, Catholic churches, they still practice confession, and you can go and confess, and you can pour out a sort of a fourth step where you're releasing all that venom. I still need to do a solid, honest fourth step. I've never completed that with all the sponsors I've had. I guess I always chose sponsors that just kind of just let me go, you know. They didn't really take it seriously. They just wanted more people in the stable, you know, more pigeons in the roost. So I guess I chose sponsors like that because my addiction is not wanting to take those steps. It's wanting to remain over here, you know, on this side of the fence. So I don't know if you can relate with that feeling like you're going to climb the walls if you don't get on the computer, or if you don't text or check your Facebook, if you don't smoke a reefer, if you don't smoke a cigarette, if you don't have that drink or hit the pipe, whatever it is, you know, if you feel that itch, man, you know, try to back away from it, try to push it away, because you're stronger than that. Your mind has been hijacked. So we have to flex our spines. We have to put steel in our spine and let our spine rule our mind, okay? Because the mind can make bad choices when addiction comes calling. Alright? I'm right there with you. I'm not above. We're all servants here. I'm just sharing my story. What it was like was utter despair. What happened? I learned that there's a better way. That there is a better way, and that it takes work. What I'm like now, I am better. I may seem a mess to you, but I was out there, I was running, I was gunning, and I was doing everything that a low-life thug does. That's it. Fighting. General mayhem. And just no good. You know? That's where my addiction takes me. I become a different person. Not a good person at all. I don't know if you can relate. Everybody's addiction takes them a different place. You know? You can lose the respect of the ones you love. We're going to lose our jobs, financial security, so many things. We even begin to lose our intelligence. Word. And you know what? Addiction, if pushed, and you never know when this will happen, but we can lose the ability to feel good. The dopamine production can just cease because our bodies have gained this tolerance, and a tissue dependence to the point where the only way that dopamine gets released is through satisfying the addiction. No longer feel joy. Man, I don't know about you, but that's scary. That is scary to me. And we never know. We never know if we're going to end up like Jimbo, if that's our last go out. Is that our last? Do you have unfinished business? I know I do. I know I feel like I've got a lot of life to live, that I have a lot of things that I need to do, a lot of people that I need to help. I don't know if I have one more in me. I have been too close to death, and that itch, it can drive me mad, it can drive me crazy, and make me go out there if I don't have a defense against that first drink or the first drug. Because once I take that first drink, before that, once I decide I'm gonna get it, it's done. That switch has been flipped, and I no longer have those options available. The blinders are on, and now I'm on this fixed neural pathway, this fixed schema where there's only one end, and that's just drunk, high, gone, and looking for the next one. Don't give in. You're stronger. You are stronger than that. Alright? So I know this is a short meeting, and I didn't have anyone message me a topic. You know, I won't name you out or anything. If you send a topic, I'll just say anonymous sent, as, so if we can discuss it, whatever you want, okay? So let's close the meeting with the traditional manner with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation. And lead us not into temptation. Holy smokes. Forgive us our trespasses, and we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation. For yours is the power, the kingdom, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Wow. I'm really scattered, y'all. I apologize. Spiritual progress, not spiritual perfection. I'm gonna print these things up so I don't monkey up, y'all. So that was bad. Now remember, I'm not talking about any specific God. I'm talking about a spiritual entity, something outside of ourselves that we can trust, okay? So your perception of a higher power, whatever that may be. So, thank you all for coming by. Be good to yourselves because you're worth it, okay? You live free, punch hard, and remember that you are not alone. You are a worthwhile person, and I dig you. You hold your head high, okay? Because you're worth it. See you later.